Here. Hope you're doing fabulous. I'm here for the final, for now, part of this anti-cancer series of videos, which were motivated by my recent research into the prevention and reversion of chronic disease, in particular cancer, and what are the top, most effective lifestyle means through which you can really give yourself the best chances in this life. And so I wanted to summarize what I feel are three most important take homes on this topic that I invite each and every one of you to take stock of and consider and ponder. So the number one factor that we've got to bear in mind when it comes to prevention or reversion at times of cancer is the importance of what some refer to as our terrain, which is nothing other than our environment. As much as there's an outer environment, there's also this environment, which is it's comprised of your mind, body, and spirit, right? Or mind, body, and soul, depending on what word you prefer to use. And so you really want to take ownership, take control of everything, or as much as possible, of what you can impact and influence in your inner environment, given that there are factors in your outer environment, which of course will inevitably out of your control. But if you spend too much energy on things that you can't impact and control that much, that's precious energy that you can instead invest on the things that are within your control, which is your inner environment, your mind, body, and spirit. So always notice whenever in life you're being distracted and you're expending too much energy on your outer environment, and try and shift your awareness back to your inner environment, because that's the one that you can have the greatest impact on. And by impacting that, you can truly give yourself the greatest chances. That's the first principle. The second principle that I want to remind you of is that when it comes to health and well-being, there is no one size fits all. So you want to be very wary and very skeptical of anything that sounds like a one-size-fits-all approach. Of course, there are universal principles to health and well-being which apply to everyone so long as they're a human being. So if you're a human being, a universal principle of health and well-being will apply to you as much as everybody else. However, there is only one of you. There's only one person in this world who has the same mind, body, spirit, life, challenges, preferences, past and present circumstances as you do in this world. And in my experience and Eugene's experience, which span over 20 years combined, transforming the well-being of over 500 professionals across 5 countries in under 1 year without resorting to any extreme diets and exercises, we can absolutely assure you that we have never delivered the same exact plan of action, whether it's on fitness or nutrition or mindfulness or anything else, to 2 people. You've got to take you into account, and you've got to appreciate that the perfect strategy for you is one of a kind. For sure, you can draw inspirations from the people in your life, or from the people that you admire, or from the people that you look up to. However, what works for them might very well not be what works for you. In fact, more often than not, it isn't. And what will work brilliantly for you and will fit like a glove is a bespoke approach that takes you into account and takes all your unique challenges, goals, preferences, and inclinations into account. The third and final principle that I want you to consider is that holistic wellness is not a fad. It is a shift in global consciousness. It is a fundamental step towards humanity evolving to the next stage of our evolutionary process, so that we can transcend the current limitations and step powerfully into a healthier, happier future for ourselves and the planet as a whole. The only way that we can achieve that is if we stop ironing down on just one final detail and start appreciating a 360 approach, especially when it comes to our health and well-being. You have to take a step back and look at yourself from a 360 perspective and really approach your health and well-being as a, a, a synergy of so many factors that all come into play. So therefore, there isn't one problem, there isn't one solution, there isn't one thing that will work and will solve everything there is to be solved. And there is not one final tiny detail that will make a difference. Take a step back, look at you as a whole, look at your life as a whole, because everything affects everything else. Your mind, body, and spirit are deeply intertwined. If one is out of whack and one is out of balance, the whole system is out of balance. The same goes for the planet, and the same goes for our impact on everything else. The same goes for your life. If you're experiencing a lack of balance in one area of your life, that, whether you're present with it or not, is having an impact on everything else. So be wary of that compartmentalization that our brain is inclined to do for the purpose of organizing information. Take a step back, look at the big picture, look at you as a whole. Everything affects everything else. If you have any question, thoughts, or comments on these specific 3 points or any of the points I've shared in this anti-cancer series, feel free to reach out, post in the comments, DM me if it's something confidential. Thank you for those who have already done so. I will get back to you as soon as I can, of course. And stay tuned for more, but most importantly, never ever dream of giving up on yourself. Are you kidding me right now? Your life is so precious. It is the most precious thing there is. Yourself, your mind, your body, your spirit are your greatest assets. They are your most priceless possessions in this life. So do what you gotta do to value them as such. And yeah, now is the best time to make the shift. You want to take action? I'm going to give you the perfect opportunity. One tiny step in a new, healthier direction is inevitably going to create a ripple effect of positive transformation. So click the link in the comments and get a free copy of my book and have a read at it. Even if you just, pick up the chapters that speak to you most, or you just read one paragraph a day, trust me when I say you will get the value that you're meant to at this moment in time. And whatever doesn't work for you right now, just let it go. Have a smashing weekend, everybody. Catch you very soon. Ciao for now.